Hi everyone, how you doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Tebidayo Lawrence and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I'll keep thanking you for the support, the love, and the views. I'm just JJC here. I'm a new person on YouTube, and the love has been awesome, and I know it's gonna get better over the time. So I say thank you so much for standing by me. So here today I have my daughter here. Her name is Eniola, person of wealth, and my apologies. Yeah, she's gonna be here today. And she's a little bit down, and she's she's not feeling too good. A little bit under the weather, so if I put her down, she's gonna be disturbing me. So I decided to let her in into this episode of Health and Wellness Talk. So thank you. Say hi. Say hi. So today I'll be talking about body shaming. Oh my god. This is something I've always wanted to talk about. It's something that has been eating me deep, that anytime I think about it, it's always making me moody, because a lot of people do that a lot. I am guilty of this because I've done it way back in the past, probably when I'm still in the college. So, but I realized later that this is not good, and people are really going through a lot, So I'm just here today to, give a little bit of advice and tell people, let us know how to mind our business. Please, like, let's mind our business. And if you're going to body shame, tell people, how they look. Yeah, always a polite way you talk to people, but but humans, like, bless you, baby. Humans, it's just so unfortunate. But one thing I would say is, please, let's all mind, like, let us find a way to mind our business. Let people be. Let them be. Let them be. Some do not actually like the way they are. For example, let's take me for an example. Though I've always been a chubby girl, I've always been thick, I've always been like, not like this, but I've always been chubby and thick. But since I had my baby girl, and one thing or the other led to another, made me hard. And I still want to go to the way I was pre-pregnancy state, like before I had my daughter. That is my dream. But in this life, we there are some things we can't control. There are some things we can't, you just need to get better, and there are some things you can't control. So so taking myself as an example, way back when I stopped breastfeeding my daughter, I started seeing some blood, like I was bleeding non-stop. I bled non-stop for 5 months, constant. It's not something that's just going to stop for like a week and start again. The bleeding was non-stop. It didn't stop. It wasn't just bleeding alone. It was coming with every clot. I was at first, the first month when it was like that, I thought, okay, my body is trying to adjust. It was trying to adjust, and to the way I was before I had my daughter, because throughout 1 year I exclusively breastfed. I was breastfeeding my daughter like for all 1 year, and while I was doing that, I didn't see my menstrual period at her. So that was my thought, okay, because I didn't see my period for a whole year. So me trying to stop breastfeeding her, I was thinking my period, okay, my period is coming back. Not knowing it was something else. When it's okay, it was non-stop 1 month. The second month, I was like, ha. I was like, I called my husband, like, is this normal again? This is not. And there was every clot, like big, the palm of my hands, like it was, very big. So I had to call my gynecologist. I've really went through a lot, and but I give glory to God because so many people want to be in my situation to be a mom. But look at my bundle of joy. She's healthy, she's doing great, and I give God the glory for keeping me alive and to be able to tell you my story and what I've been through. And so, in summary, to cut the long story short, I said the topic for today is body shaming, and so I'm making myself using myself as an example. The period of bleeding. So I had to call my gynecologist, and my gynecologist was like, okay, if firstly said I should test for pregnancy, to do a pregnancy test, home pregnancy test, if I was pregnant, and it was negative. I did that. It was negative. Okay, it was like, okay, that is not, it doesn't seem normal to him, or and I need to go for a scan. So I did scan, and they found out I was having a little bit of abnormalities going on internally, which my which is endometrium thickness. It was measuring like 23 mm, and that was way too thick, way too thick. So, and I felt bad. And so the person that did the scan was like, oh my god, this is not supposed to be thick. I need womb detoxification. And I had my daughter through cesarean section. So she was like, okay, probably it could be because there's some old blood that are supposed to come out that are yet to come out. So I was like, okay, no problem. And she was like, it shouldn't be this thick, and if you go on like this, like it leads, it's always leading to cancer. Sorry, mama. It's always leading to cancer in some women. But I haven't reached the age. She hacked up my age. I told her my age. She's like, okay, I'm still young, and it shouldn't be like that. So she was like, okay, she's not gonna say anything, that she's gonna send the results, send everything to my gynae, and talk about it. And when my gynae saw everything that was going on, like, this is way too thick, like way too thick. And he said I need to come in for endometrium biopsy. That is when they, I think I've talked about this in the first thing, and the first my first episode on this channel. That was what I talked about. Mama, bless you. That was what I talked about. So he did endometrial biopsy to check for any cancer or any precancerous, or if there's polyps or fibroid, or to check the bleeding, because the bleeding was way too much. And so they did the biopsy. It all came out negative, but they had to find out I was having fibroid. But the fibroid should not be the cause of the heavy bleeding, because the fibroid it's still small. It's just the size of a marble. So it's something that can be, taken care of using some, medication, me being on medication. So he said, okay, we are still going to do, I'm going to go through DNC, so that they can, investigate further. But before that, he's going to, send some medication to my pharmacy. So the medication he sent was called Medroxy progesterone. It's also referred to as Provera. This medication, I used like 4 bottles of this pills. It was refilled 4 times for me before the bleeding could stop. So I bled for like 5 months non-stop with with heavy clots. While I was on this medication, I was adding up. I'm not the kind of person that eats, you get. And I try to watch what I eat, because this country we have, if you're not careful, you'll just realize that you might not pass through the door again. You're gonna be so big if you're not watching what you're eating. But I'm the kind of person that I try as much as possible to watch what I eat. So I had to call my gynecologist, like I noticed I'm just adding up, and this is not right. He said that's the one of the side effects of the medication, that is a kind of medication that stores fat in your body even without you eating. I was like, God, I was like, what if I exercise? He said I can't exercise, for my gynecologist to say that. He said I cannot exercise because the bleeding was heavy, and I noticed anytime, while bleeding, I'm always, feeling dizzy. And so he said I should just, my health is important, that when I get better, when I feel better, and when I stop the medication, I can now go back to, exercising and, dieting. But for now, I was like, okay. But people do not realize that, some people will just see me, some of my, anytime I just upload pictures on probably Facebook or my Instagram or my WhatsApp, they'll be like, you've added, though, you just had one, just only one child now. So why are you this big? You shouldn't be big like that. Work on your stomach, or different kind of. I feel that is like an abuse, like a physical abuse. So anytime they say that, I'm always feeling down. Sometimes I just get mad at myself. Sometimes it makes me feel moody and feel bad towards my daughter, because sometimes I feel she puts me in that kind of situation. But later I realize this baby girl is innocent. That's what leads to depression in so many women, of so many, that leads to postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety. Even when I first had my baby, when the bleeding hasn't started yet, and when I just had a barely 6 months having my daughter, some are already sending me a message like I should work on my stomach. I should, please, let's learn to mind our business. We do not like the way we are. Yes, fat is not good in the body, we know, but do not be the reason why. Do not add to this person's anxiety. Do not add to this person's problem. Let us learn to mind our business. I realized when I got to my gynecologist, I realized 50%, it's even going to be more than 50%. 50% of people that big, and most of them are not healthy, and most of them are not eating junks. It's not until, excuse me mama, it's not until you eat junks or you're eating way too much, that's when you get too big. For example, I have my younger siblings, they eat way more than me, and they are very skinny. So I just feel people should learn to mind their business, because you don't know what this person is going through. Like me, when I was using the progesterone, I can't exercise at that moment. Whereas this medication was storing fat in my body. Yes, I was eating, but but at the same time, this medication was storing fat in my body. I do not wish to add up, to add up extra pounds, but this is something that is really, really eating me up. Like, do not be the reason why someone fall into depression. Do not be the reason why someone is gonna fall into anxiety. Do not be the reason why, because you body shaming someone, physical abuse. Some people can kill themselves. They'll be like, oh my god, why do I look this way? Why am I looking this way? You push some people to do what they're not supposed to do. That's why you see so many people doing tummy talk. It's fine, it's your body, you might want to look sexy and all that, but just stop pushing people to do what they're not supposed to do. As for me, you won't push me to do what I'm to do tummy talks, or do any BB, or remove fat in my body or any other thing. I'm gonna be fine when I feel better. Like my gynecologist said, my health should be my priority. Whatever people are saying, I shouldn't mind them. So I just want to say, stop. Let's just stop it. Mental health, that's a physical abuse. It is not so good. It is not fair. Let's learn to mind our business. Even if you are going to tell someone you've had up, there are ways, there are polite ways you should say it, and that person is, you can all, like someone like me now, I like it when someone call my attention, like tell me, are you okay? Is everything okay with you? Then I get, if you're someone I talk to and I know that yes, you're someone and I can talk to and I can share things with, yes, I'm gonna pour out my mind. Okay, this is what I'm going through. There are some people, that they are under stress, and they eat so much under stress, which makes them add up. You get, so you as an human, you as a fellow being, you should just find way to talk to that person, like reasonably, like find a polite way to talk to this person. Are you okay? Is everything okay? What are you going through? Like, I like it a lot when I feel that yes, okay, you care for me. But when you just see me, attain me, you've had there though, this is your stomach. What happened now? You just have only one child though. Don't be like this, so don't pursue your husband outside though. Like someone has said that already, like okay, better don't push. You need to look sexy, you need to snap back, you need to do. I was like, okay, it is me that know what I'm going through. I do not want to be like this. And so far, so good. And I'm not in any bad shape or anything. But yes, I've had it. But I didn't want to be like this. But because of the medication I'm using, I need to feel good. So after the medication, lo and behold, I stopped. The bleeding stopped. And I'm back to, excuse me, I'm back to exercising. I'm back to, dieting and watching whatever I'm eating. So yeah, that's just it. Let us mind, let people mind their business. Watch what you say to people. Don't abuse people by what you say to them. Don't be the reason, like I said, don't be the reason why your friend or your family or your fellow human is depressed or having anxiety or looking down. When you sometimes when you tell someone, it's just like you're saying, you're not looking so fine today. When you look at yourself, even though you're beautiful, but when that person tells you you're not looking so good, it makes you feel ugly. You get? Why is your nose like this? No, there's a reason why God created that person like that. Don't push people to do what they are not supposed to do. So there's a reason why God created them like that. And so many, I've seen cases like, okay, like a friend telling a other friend like, come on, you need to work on your tummy and all that. And she has to go to tummy talk, and later on she found out she was having internal bleeding and she could not survive it. I feel that's a sin on that person's part. You telling her, because now you're the cause of her. I feel you're the cause of her death because you pushed her to go do what she's not supposed to do. There are ways she can reduce her tummy by exercising, watching what she was eating. Probably that person was under stress. You can just, what happened to you? Are you okay? You can just say, baby girl, why you darling? Snap now, look where and all the sexy clothes. There are ways you can tell people like to do things right, but abusing and pushing them to do what they're not supposed to do, body shaming, giving them anxiety, allowing them to look down on themselves. No. As for me, Temidayo, nobody can push me to do what I do not want to do, because I know I'm going to snap back sooner or later. But for now, please leave me alone. Leave me and let me be for now. Let me heal. I still need time to heal. So it's just something I just need to bring and talk about. We're still gonna talk more about this, but for now, wherever you're saying this, like, just please stop body shaming. Stop telling people you look this, you look that. It is not good. So thank you so much for listening and staying tuned always. And as always, I'm gonna bring in more health and wellness talk. Take care and bye bye.